Ladies and gentlemen, welcome again to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you're well from wherever you're watching this channel. I know 90 or let's just say 100% of you were shocked when you heard that Kithuka Kimunye, the suspect who shot a GSU officer,
hata mimi unanichukua
I would like to establish what really was the motive behind it. But for those of you who've been following this story, I believe you've heard the part whereby the suspect is saying that there was some satanic issues here, that he could have been sent by a Satan to do that. So those are some of the things which are coming up. Of course, the DCI is going to narrow down to this issue, go down to the matter and try to establish the real motive. But the one thing that we are all in agreement with is that the suspect by the name Kithuka is the person who executed that murder. Now let's dive in to the real intention. I mean, I've heard people talk about the real intention. Someone was saying that aachiliwe because hajamaliza ile kazi yake. I mean, kwani kazi ilikuwa ni ipi? I mean, nataka just go below in the comment section and tell us kwani kazi ilikuwa ni ipi? I'm not happy what he did there because the suspect killed someone whom based on a story that is trending is that person was actually ilikuwa ni nguzo kwa familia yao, the only son, I mean the only child, if I may use it that way. So in that family of Ramadan Matanka ni kwamba yeye na alikuwa ni tegemeo peke yake.
So finally, a video showing the man accused of unaliving a GSU officer belonging to the elite G company who was manning State House's Gate D. This is the man, and thank you so much NTV for this video. This was during his arrest. Unfortunately, baada tujajua ndio huyu hapo. That is the guy who committed that heinous act.
GSU amepigwa risasi State House hapo nje.
Babake ambaye anatambulika kwa jina Hassan Dabi Matianka anaonekana kachanganyikiwa
hapo nje.
Nini hasa kinajiri? Marehemu ndiye mtoto wa pekee wa familia hiyo na kuwa ni hasara ambayo
I do not want to say what this means,
kijana ambaye amekuwa tegemeo,
but it doesn't look good. Apology to the family, but doesn't look good on police officers.
If at all Kithuka has killed someone ambao alikuwa ni nyota ya hiyo familia, we can as well say that amemaliza ile familia because now they were depending on him. Yeah, but then that the person they are depending on has gone. So what does it mean? It's just like the case of Ojwang. Again, Ojwang was actually the person ambao anategemewa sana, and then he died in the cell. So let's quickly look at this matter from a broader perspective. What do you think was the intention there? Yeah? What was the intention? Again, the biggest question is, why was he armed with a spear? Of course, he could have carried a gun, but why did he arm himself with a spear? Because if you go to the story, you are told that this suspect was seen using the Dennis Street, but then that was the side of a State House Gate D. So I think there could have been some kind of engagement between him and the officers manning that Gate D, who ended up telling him that probably he was not welcomed there. There could have been some kind of confrontation that probably could have made this Kithuka Kimunye, the suspect, go into hiding and then unleash that arrow on GSU. Someone is also saying that probably maybe that was the intention of this suspect was not even to kill Ramadan in the first place. Probably that's the reason why he was there. That his intention was not even to kill the GSU. So if that was not the case, then what was he intending to do? Was he intending to gain access beyond State House? Akishaingia State House afanye nini? Hilo ndo swali ambalo linaulizwa. Je, akishaingia tuseme kwamba wale GSU walimruhusu aingie na kuna ile arrow ameingia, alikuwa akishaingia afanye nini? Yeah? You see, this is something that I think is going to scare the president. And hii tayari imeonyesha kwamba kuna some security breach somewhere, na I think imeshtua rais, itashtua rais kidogo, kwa sababu imagine kuna gari ilikuwa zinakuwa inspected, this person has been denied access, alafu you are told that alienda nyuma ya gari akatake cover, akachukua arrow. Yani imagine all those security surveillance, anachukua arrow na there is no alert kwamba there is danger, then anarusha. You see, an arrow lazima upime vizuri, maana ukiwachilia isimiss. You see, he must have executed his target vizuri ili asikose. The intention of him kutokosa was kwa sababu he didn't want to make a second attempt. He just wanted to unleash one arrow na ipate the target. So if at all Ramadan, the disease was not the target, then who was the target? I've seen people talk about so many things. I won't want to insinuate, but I know you also thinking what I'm thinking. But the truth of the matter here is that people are looking at this matter kwa upande mwingine. Someone was joking, ati watu wamchangie huyu mtu atoke, wamchangie mtu ama ameua GSU atoke. Do you think it's possible? If this matter is taken to court, and it's already been taken to court, I do not see this person surviving up. Ati atoke nje ati kwa sababu yuko nje on bond na yuko red handed. You know, this case is a case ambao wewe ni red handed, si ati case ambao mtu aliuliwa so unatafutwa uliwa ama kuwa. This is someone ambao ameonekana red handed. And again, I'm sure that kuna CCTVs pale ambao zilimcapture akifanya maneno. The big question is, why did it take time for a warning to be fired that took here, GSU, leave that place, your life is in danger? Someone must be blamed for what happened. There could have been some kind of alert, you know, alert kwamba huyo mtu, because one thing, how did he carry the arrow paka hiyo place? Hapo ndo bado mimi sielewi. Amebeba mshale paka hapo, na of course you know that mshale ni kitu ambayo ni risky. Kitu kama mshale ni kitu kama binduki tu. Why was he allowed to carry it paka pale? You see, that's a very important thing that needs to be looked at. But I believe the DCI is still doing the best they can to try to establish the motive behind it. Was he intending Ramadan? There was another target. You see, those are things which must come from the DCI because they are conducting their thorough investigation. So perhaps if you're watching this video and you're not subscribed, take 1 second and subscribe, like this video. Until you catch up again, stay safe and stay blessed.